No.
It's time for the Gettin Outdoors podcast, Town Country United Bank Lake Millis Ferry Weekend Hunting and Fishing Report. A weekly update on water conditions, ramp events, generating schedule, what's biting, and seasonal hunting information with outdoor reporters Joe Allen Dunn, Kevin Sims, and Shane Jones. This weekly hunting and fishing report is brought to you by the good folks at Town Country United Bank in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for over 40 years. Town Country United Bank's highest priority is satisfied customers. Now, here's your weekend Lake Millis Ferry hunting and fishing report.
All right, Big Daddy, here we go.
There he is. Team Bigfoot, baby. Another one on the B&B Silver Shade. Team Bigfoot in the house.
Shane Jones crappie fishing. Got it.
First one, 2023, smackdown.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Town Country United Bank Gettin Outdoors Podcast 218 Hunting and Fishing Report for the weekend of May the 19th through the 21st, 2023. Shane had to go to a job in Georgia this afternoon. He's on the road traveling. Kevin had to work this afternoon, so we brought in the Millis Ferry Hammer in here. Trey Wade's in the house. Going to be sitting in co-hosting with us. Joel.
Trey, we need you to have a GoPro going, and next time you win up one of them big tournaments, have it up there shaking that fish, saying
he's fishing,
talking some smack.
He's fishing the ABT at Logan Martin this weekend. You're fishing the ABT 100 at Millis Ferry June the 3rd. Then you fishing Cooter's Pond the next weekend. In the next 4 weeks, he can win $50,000.
Yep. Sure can. Then the week after that, I think Maddie's got her Bridgeport.
Yeah, then Maddie comes back. You just won it last weekend. We'll talk about that in the bass fishing report. But, buddy, I just got through talking to Joe Allen. A lot of people don't know Doug Max. He is a co-host of the radio show. You do a fishing report every week with Alan White's radio show in Mobile. And, boy, he's got a good personality. He knows a lot about the outdoors, too.
I like talking with Doug and them every week, on Thursday. And their stuff, just a live show.
Yeah, they do a live show every Thursday from 12 to 1, and they have fishing reports. You give them one, and Bobby Abiscotta gives them an in-show report, and then it's 2 or 3 other guys down there in the Delta that gives them, and it's just a great show, and I really enjoyed talking with him. And
because you don't realize how many people from Mobile come up here and fish Millis Ferry.
That's right.
Because their water system now there really stays screwed up so long through the spring with high water that they have to come up here, and they love coming to Millis Ferry.
They sure do. All right, let's see what's going on this weekend. The Extreme Bass West Alabama Team Trail will be at Bridgeport City Landing this weekend. I know you're not going to fish it. You'll be up on Logan Martin, but y'all can call John McAlpin and get you a boat number. We need to fill that thing up this weekend. Also this weekend is the Outdoor Friends Forever Family Fishing Day. That is up there at the Outdoor Friends Forever. Go to their website to register and take your kids up there. That's a great event Jim Hardy puts on every year. And then down in the Delta, Joe Allen, I want to go to one of these one time. They've been doing this a long, long time. The Upper Delta Grinnell Tournament, it'll be this weekend, Live Oak Landing, $100 entry. I don't know how to catch you. Have you been involved in them any?
Yeah, I fished some of those way back in the day.
Mm-hmm. How do you catch a grinnell?
With flipping a worm, lizard, whatever.
Really?
You go to that dead water. But one of the founders of that thing way back, old Galen Gilligan.
Yeah,
he invited. I know he passed away the other day, and I sure gonna miss Galen. He was my go-to guy down there. But anyway, he invited me to go when I just opened the store. He had a Browning guy fishing, a trick caster that trick casted for Browning and Lou's back during the day. Because Galen was a Lou's rod rip. Anyway, he invited me to go with him, and I did, and went down and had a great time. It was just a whole lot of fun.
It's a big deal down there.
Oh,
really
they'd be 200 or 300 folks in that tournament. It was huge at Live Oak.
It's this weekend, and also next Thursday will be the and I forgot, Trey, you won the last Bridgeport fruit jar tournament. So Trey's been on a roll here lately. It'll be next Thursday.
Hot.
He's hot.
He's the man to knock off.
He sure is. He sure is. And so that's what's going on this weekend. We got a good crowd. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Joe Allen, you still got tickets for the Roland Cooper Crappie Tournament.
Lawson
got does
some.
not have any, but Joe Allen has got them.
Because those, not next Friday. That'll be the cut when I'm gonna stop selling them next Friday.
Yeah,
I'll be coming back over here. So, got some right now. I can get some more. It's just whatever you need. You just let me know.
And that is the 27th. So that's a week from Saturday at Roland Cooper State Park.
It's gonna be ugly.
Yeah,
it's gonna be ugly now.
I don't know. I know Shane Jones is coming. Yep. Aaron's coming up from up there in Prattville.
We got a bunch of them heavy hitters from
heavy
Montgomery.
Hitters coming. They coming. It's gonna be a good turnout. I guarantee you. Let's talk about some current events. The detour. Me and Trey was talking about it. I know you live in Millers Ferry and I live in Canton Bend. It used to be 5 miles for me to get from here to my house. Now I got to go 8 miles, 16 miles, 9 miles, 18 miles round trip. So the detour is still on. So if you're coming this way, keep that in mind. They're having the meeting as we speak about the fish passage. When they're going to build a fish passage around Millers Ferry. You can go to the Gettin Outdoors Podcast 187 and hear the whole details of everything they're going to be talking about tonight.
Well, there's your buddy there, Bug, on there, the one with us, the three fat men.
Yeah.
Put in.
Yeah, old Bug called it.
Yeah.
Bug, did you see the video? I if you hadn't, I'll send it to you. But the day that you lost your boat, me and Joe Allen had to get it. Your main man, Bud Williamson's on there, too. The Millers Ferry legend, Joe Allen Dunn. The Millers Ferry legend.
The self-proclaimed legend.
Yeah. All right. I don't want to harp on this, but I do want to mention it since we got Trey in here. As most of you have seen on the internet, it's gone viral. Keith Poche got disqualified down on what lake was he? He was down there.
Toledo
Bend. He jumped a road. He jumped the road with his boat, and they disqualified him for leaving tournament waters. and he's arguing. He was making the argument that he didn't leave tournament waters, that the waters that he jumped into was tournament waters. But the way I interpreted it, when he left the water, got out of he left just like getting up on dry land and crossing, and they disqualified him.
It's just like getting out and walking to a pond. I mean, ain't no
But it
difference.
is a hell of a controversy about it, and it's I don't know, but I urge everybody to go listen to Gerald Swindle put a video up this morning, and I'll share it on my page after this show. And nobody puts it any better than Gerald did. Gerald explains it as good as anybody has, and I never saw where he had an argument myself. If the rule says you can't leave tournament waters, now they might add the word intentionally, because there's been a lot of argument that if you're in rough water and your boat comes out of the water, but that's not intentional.
No, that is being a smart butt.
So if you intentionally leave the water to go to another body of water, even if it is tournament waters, he has broken the rule. That's the way I read it anyway. And I like Keith. He's a good guy. He's fished Middle Fair a lot, but that it is a heck of a controversy going on. Free fishing day, and I wish Kevin was here because he was at the Lay Lake weigh-in the other day, and I think old Cole Sands did pretty good. I think he finished 19th.
He did.
And so that was good for diamond baits. It sure was. And I was going to ask you something, Trey. Do you fish braid?
I do.
Have you got a pair of those pit bull braid clippers?
No, sir. Not
well,
that
let me tell you, you go to diamondbait.net, go to Jamie's website, and order you a pair tonight. I'm telling you, I have never seen anything. It'll cut braid just like it. It's cotton candy. I've never seen anything like it. I'll show them to you after the show.
Sure will.
All right. Free fishing day, June the 10th. You ain't got to have a fishing license. You can go fishing anywhere in the state of Alabama. And also, World Deer Expo tickets are on sale now. You buy one, get one. No, I think you buy two and get one free. Anyway, I got it on my Facebook page. That's coming up. That's going to be a huge, huge event in Birmingham here in July. And it's going to be a lot of fun. You ever go to them, Joe Allen?
Deer Expo.
You need to take Fisher. You need to take Fisher and Jesse up there this year. I'll get you some tickets. Trey, you ever go up there?
No,
well,
sir.
if I carry Jesse and Fisher, you gonna go with me?
No, I can't walk around that dead gum thing.
We'll stroll you around.
All right, I got one more thing before we get to the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report. Trey, I'm glad you're here because the last 3 weeks of crappie cast, Joe Allen and Travis and I have made the cover of the promo, and I want to ask everybody to vote on who has got the best cover photo on the Crappie Cast show on Thursday night at 7:00. Now I tell you, that dang picture Shane took of me Sunday morning, yet with that sunrise, I believe that them other two look like two clowns.
The one on the far right looks terrible.
Well, that looks pretty good to me. I don't know. Now that one in the middle, I'll agree. That is a clown, no doubt, right there. But I can look at his grin, that one in the middle.
They tell me he's out there at the mill, and when they have break and all go in the break room, he's giving crappie fishing seminars now. Joel.
Yeah, well, when I called him the other day, his answering service said, "This is Travis Powell, crappie fishing extraordinaire. I'll get back to it." I said to myself, "Your head done got way too big, Travis."
Oh, Lord. All right, let's go to the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report. We'll start off with the generating schedule, Miller's Fair. This is for tomorrow. They're running midnight to midnight, 2 units at Jones Bluff, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., 3 units. The water temperatures, compliments of Mark Bolden. In the river, it started out at 78, ended up 82 while he was out there yesterday. And in the sloughs, they started out at 79, ended up at 83, but they fixing to heat up big time with this 89, 90 degree weather. So, and that is it. All right, let's start with the catfish. Wallace McKinley he's taking up Lonnie Ray's slack. He's really catching some good catfish. Jimmy and Michelle Pritchett won the Alabama Catfish Series out of Cliffs Landing last weekend. They had 3 catfish that weighed 75.8 pounds and a 44.4 big fish. So congratulations to Jimmy and Michelle. Keith Dixon sent me a picture. You see them 2 big old yellow cat he caught in the Cahaba River?
Yeah.
And old Jolly Owen down there in Miller's Ferry, he's tearing up some catfish. Now, I did get a report from some campers at Miller's Ferry last week, and they had some limb lines and trout lines out, and somebody was coming down the river cutting their lines. Now, that is unacceptable. And I told them if they said they saw them, but they couldn't get close enough to get the boat number. But if you see somebody doing that, please turn them in. All right, Joe Allen. When me and Shane went crappie fishing Sunday morning, we went all the way up to White Oak Creek, and it was noodles all over the river. In the river, the long line jugs are in play.
No doubt they are. And I forgot who the guys were you posted with a big mess of catfish, and I saw them out fishing in front of the house, and they was throwing out limb lines and stuff out in the main river, and they had a big mess of fish too. So the limb lines in the river, trot lines, long line jugs, the things are starting to shift totally toward that way now. We still waiting on that water to get really, really hot. It ain't done it yet, but still, I think the major part of the catfish are out.
Yeah, and it's water. You see they pulling water around down the clock. We getting these afternoon and evening thunder showers. It's dumping some pretty good rain around here, so it's making that water steady move, and that's what you want with them jugs in the river.
Yep, but still today, me and Alden went fishing, carried the kids. We was mainly crappie fishing. He had his bass gear in there, and he was throwing around those crappie piles, and he caught a catfish on a crankbait. But you don't want about that long. So I said,
well, the noodlers, May and June is when the noodlers are getting up in them sloughs, getting them out of them holes. Yep. And I do want to remind everybody, Jarrett said him and Todd Overstreet going to catch some fish in the jugging contest. That's June the 17th, Roland Cooper State Park. And Joe Allen Dunn at Dunn Sports, and Taylor and Jessica at CT Wards are putting it on. That's where y'all sign up at. And that's coming up pretty quick.
Yep. And I know bait's been hard to get this year.
That's what I've been hearing.
Where they done the water skipjack, we almost didn't have a skipjack season like we normally do.
That's what they're talking about as we speak out there at the Female Institute. Those guys are talking about that fish passage. If they put that fish passage, the skipjack are going to be able to get all the way up to their breeding ground, the original breeding ground, the Cahaba River. Okay. And that is one reason they're doing it. It will increase the skipjack population big time.
Yeah, that's going to be a thing. I don't know about, some places they regulating how many skipjack you can take out.
In Alabama, you can't get but 100. It's a limit, 100. Yeah. 100 is all you can take out. All right, catfishing's wide open. Your mama's on that tray.
Oh, God.
To the legends and the Miller's Ferry Hammer. He is, Teresa. He's dead gum show, the Miller's Ferry Hammer. All right, let's talk about crappie fishing. Gerald Overstreet's back in place, son. He's back on them. He's taking folks and catching the limit every darn day. I talked to Mark Bolden yesterday, and he had a good day, but he's turning them big fish back, waiting on that crappie tournament next weekend. So he's looking for that big fish next weekend. Scott Mitchell was down on the Tombigbee River throwing them ATX lures, and he had a nice mess of fish yesterday. And I'm going to tell you, Joe Allen, I wish Shane was here. I got in the boat with Shane at 5:45, 6 Sunday morning. We ran all the way up to White Oak Creek. We went from White Oak Creek to the Miller's Ferry Lock and Dam, and we fished probably 50 or 60 brush tops. I ain't never seen nothing like it. You been with him?
Well, you know good and well, me and you wouldn't do that.
No, hell no.
We ain't gonna burn that kind of gas. Me and you would like to stay right around the house here and catch us 10,
He'll go to
10
a brush
12.
pile. He don't catch a fish in 2 minutes. He gone.
Yeah.
But we caught 30 slabs now. We caught
Yeah.
some nice ones. That was from about 6 o'clock to 2 o'clock.
Well,
But I had me a ball. Now.
You are fortunate to have had 2 guided trips
I sure
last week.
did. I sure did.
I mean, how can you beat that?
And I tell you, I was throwing B&B weedless jigs, and he was throwing those Timmy Tom's weedless jigs, and we were catching a few. But when we switched to those black and chartreuse Reuben Flores, that made a difference. I used to say color didn't make a difference, but it made a difference Sunday. Them black and chartreuse Reuben Flores, they were sucking them. You got any of them at your store?
I do. And I'll tell you another one that's going to work good, because I was throwing it today and they was hitting it, is that B&B Catawba.
Yeah, Catawba. And I threw that blueberry. They got a blueberry. That's a good one, too.
You know, I tell you what, the blueberry did good, but the blueberry hadn't hit its stride yet. About July, that's when blueberry's going to hit.
Mm-hmm.
When that water gets super clear like it was last year, then that's when blueberry's going to take over.
Mm-hmm. You are correct, Todd Prater. The crappie tournament is May the 27th at Roland Cooper State Park. The catfish jugging is June the 17th at Roland Cooper State Park. You are correct.
Oh, you probably need to tell them last year when they had that catfish deal one morning. So we got a tournament on the 17th.
Yeah,
Maddie's
same
deal.
day as Maddie's tournament.
So at Blast Off last year when they had it, nobody had their lights on the boats, and we're all running up the river.
Yeah.
And so this year they need to tell them put some lights on or something.
They
so
need to
nobody
get
gets hurt.
you need to have your lights on your boat, until it gets good daylight. Good daylight. Sure do. Thank you for mentioning that. I forgot that. But it's no conflict.
Mm-hmm.
It's no conflict in that, because the juggers can take off anywhere.
But like he said, we've done it before. We blasted off a tournament. There's a poor old guy out there running a trot line in the river, and 30 boats headed his way, and nobody can see him.
Yeah.
So that's dangerous.
Yeah.
We don't want to have an accident like that.
Safety. Absolutely. We don't want to have any boating accidents. No more. Absolutely. All right. If you're coming crappie fishing, Joe Allen, what's your strategy? Let me tell you, because
you go ahead and tell
because you laid on the couch all weekend.
No,
Mother's Day.
You
laid on the couch. So I'm gonna tell y'all, if you come in the Miller's Fair, brush piles, and brush piles. Now, I will say this: we did stop at 2 or 3 of my riverbank holes and caught 2 good fish off of them. So the riverbank is not in play yet, but it's fitting to be.
That's what I want that riverbank get in play
before next weekend.
I don't know why this year. I don't know. It's not late. I think it's about right, but they ain't had to cut the water off none. Mm-hmm. And I like it. Once they cut it off, cut it on, starts conditioning those fish to be in certain places. And they ain't done that yet. It's just not hot enough.
Well,
yet.
Shane showed me something the other day on the riverbank. We stopped at one stump, and Trey, you probably know this with bass. It was one big old stump in about 17 feet of water. And you didn't see any fish on the stump, but down in the root balls, that's where they were. They stay down there to get away from that current. And you can drop a jig down in there. You can't see the fish, but they see that jig and they come out of that stump. I know you ain't got no live scope, but you do have one. Yeah. So you've seen that with them bass too. But I guarantee you, minnows, jigs, everything right now, crappie is in play right now on Miller's Fair. You can catch some good crappie, I guarantee you. All right, let's go to bass fishing. The Miller's Fair Hammer won Maddie's tournament, you and your daddy. Y'all have 18, 16, or 5, 13 big fish. Cole Sands came in 19th place in the Elite Series. Kevin was at the weigh-in. I sure wish he was here to tell us about it, but we'll get him next weekend. Zach Gaston, I don't know if y'all saw that. That's Stacy's son, caught a dang bunch of big fish in the river the other day. He caught a lot of slack for keeping them. big fish. But you know, if you catch them, and it ain't nothing against the law to keep them, and they ate them, so I guess that's all right. Stream Bass Challenge this weekend out of Roland Cooper State Park, and let's talk about Maddie's tournament a minute, Trey. If you're coming bass fishing to fish that tournament, you'll be on Logan Martin fishing for that $10,000. You and Bradley, are you going to give them some advice, or you going to do like Kevin and keep your mouth shut?
No, I'll give them some advice. The fish ain't in the river yet. They're headed there, but I mean, there's still some fish in the river, but they're not all in the river yet. It's not hot enough. There's a shad spawn in the morning. Just throw,
Shad spawning right
is.
now.
Just throw shad stuff, spinning bait, swim jig, stuff like that, and you can win it in the first hour. It's just that time of year. So
now you say you can win it in the first hour. How would you win it? Where would you go? What, not physically where you'd go, but what water conditions? What are you looking for? First hour.
Just places right out of the river. I think the river might be running a little bit too hard right now. They might be right out of the river, but it just depends how hard they're running it. I don't really know what else to say, Big Daddy. Daddy's fishing Saturday. I can't talk too much.
Yeah, he'd been on whoop you when you got home. But bass fishing so far this year, Trey, and you've been fishing a lot, is as good as I've ever seen it on Miller's Ferry.
There wasn't a lot of big weights Saturday. It was just one, and then went down to 14, I think. But they're in that little postpone, little funk right now. But when ABT gets up here, I think it's going to be good.
That's going to be June the 3rd.
It's going to be good then.
Yeah, I got the biggest compliment I've ever had here fishing today.
Okay.
I'm sitting there, I'm fishing a stump, out in the river, and somebody eases up behind me and say, "Hey, are you Shane? Ain't you Shane Jones?" I didn't even look up. I said, "I don't know who you are, but thank you for the compliment." And turned around, it was Leon.
Hey, Mark, yes, it is a tournament out of Bridgeport on the 27th. Maddie's got her bass tournament out of Bridgeport on the 27th. Be 50, 60 boats. Oh, Bud says that's why you don't put everything on Facebook. All right, bass fishing. So you heard Trey say it, and there's no hotter hammer on Miller's Ferry right now than Trey Wade. And I do want to personally, and Joe Allen, all of us want to wish you luck this weekend on Logan Martin. When y'all leaving? You and Bradley leaving?
Probably tomorrow evening. We're gonna head up there and stay at Mr. Jeff Rich's house.
Okay, and y'all are gonna practice Friday and fish Saturday, right?
Yes, we are.
That's a hammer you staying with.
Oh, I know. He's a
I
good
fished
dude.
against him a heap.
Does he fish the ABT?
He does.
Okay.
And he's gonna fish the 100. He'll be here on the 3rd.
Okay, good deal.
His daddy Earl, woo, he was sure enough a killer.
What about the King boys? Now they did pretty good over there in Eufaula, Gage, and I didn't even know they were fishing the ABT 100.
Yes.
I mean the ABT South, so they'll be there too.
I want to say they're in the 100 too. It's a lot of locals in it. Bo Spence and them's in it. Gabe Aldridge.
Yeah.
There'll be a bunch of them here.
Bug, I don't know. There's something in the paper this week, but this rain's been shutting them down. So you know how construction goes. He's asking how many more days on the detour.
The DOT's doing it. So whatever days they say, just double it.
I'll triple it. All right. So the bass fishing is good. All right. Brim fishing is what me and Shane went to the river with all the stuff to go to a brim bed Sunday morning. And we ran all the way up the river, and the river was down so low you couldn't get into where we wanted to go. So we had to opt for them darn old crappie. But the brim are bedding right now. And I'm going to tell you, y'all heard me say it last week. I got invited, and I'll tell you, it was Grant and Garrett Gaston and Peyton Burford invited me to go in a private river swamp pond Saturday morning, and them boys put the boat in. Joe Allen, they did everything. All I had to do was fish.
They treated you like a king.
They did. They sure did. And we had a ball. Now, I'm going to tell you, we had a ball. We caught 50 crappie, half a dozen big old bluegill, big as a dinner plate, and
Well, I
2 or
wanna
3 bass.
how'd I get invited on a trip next year like y'all did?
Well,
Like,
if those boys would do what I told them, I told them if I owned that pond, I'd have Frank Lambert in there that afternoon pulling me a boat round. That is a fine pond.
I'd build me a big camp house right on the edge too.
Yeah. And all right, that's a good question for Joe Allen. Jarrett wants to know what's your favorite bluegill recipe, Joe Allen.
Bluegill. I tell you what, a lot of people don't do this. They think bluegill's got to be, scrape. Take a spoon and scrape them off, to cook them and fry them. What I do is I take a knife and skirt around him, and I take a pair of catfish skinners and skin my big bluegill.
With the scales on them.
Yeah, you just leave it like that, and you can clean it just like a catfish.
Okay.
And you will not believe how much better that bluegill tastes. And now leave the bone in and all. Some people want to fillet them. No, I don't want to fillet them. I just want to skin them and then fry them like that. And I promise you, it'll be way better.
All Rusty said was fried.
Jared said, do you prefer to grill them or fry them? I can tell you, Joe Allen is a fry chef.
But I want to skin them and then fry them. It's better.
Hey, we got a little time. Bug Carson's still on here. So, Bug, while we got a little time, I'm going to play this for you. This right here is what I call Three Fat Men. And if I didn't erase it, hold on. I might be done erased it.
I saw it a while ago.
I don't see it. Day crack, John.
Yep.
I must have took it off of there.
Moved off.
Darn, I thought I had it, Bud, but I don't.
It's on your Facebook page.
Yeah, it's on my Facebook page, and I'll send it to you when we get off of here. Man, Rusty and his dad caught an 8-pound bass this morning. Uh-oh, look out there, Rusty.
No, they just call 8 bass.
Oh, 8 bass. I
Yeah.
thought you said 8-pound bass. I'm sorry. I'm not reading it right. I'm going to send you that video, Bug. I was fitting to play it, but I done took it off. That old Bubba Buck Adventures, he'll be at the deer show. Hey, Bubba, I want to get up with you, too, and get you on this show with us before the deer show. Me and you need to hook up. You need to send me your contact number. Message me on Facebook, and we need to get up. Me and you need to hook up on Friday morning and talk about your appearance at the Birmingham deer show. You ever seen old Bubba Buck? He's a character now. What's up, Jason Domain? He's tuned in. They had a big crappie tournament down there last weekend at Cliffs Landing. Leon, send me the coordinates on those brim beds. He said,
Heck no.
huh? All right. What else, Joanne? Done sports. You been there this week?
Yeah, I was in there a little while, 1 or 2 days, I think. But Leon come in there one day, and me and him talk, and he said, he's like us. We getting older. He said he's going to shift more to crappie fishing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He said he's going to lead the bass to trail, and he's going to get around and start hitting the crappie stuff with us.
He can catch them too. I got a picture on my phone. I'm going to show you. He's been catching some big ones.
Has he been going?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, see, he ain't told me. He asked me every now and then about him. But
He's sneaky.
Yeah. He keeps on. I'm going to come there and drill a hole in his boat.
Yeah, like Joe Allen, like you said, ain't no more secrets no more like that. It really ain't. But let me tell y'all something. If you got an extra $3,500 laying around, them Garmin trolling motors are something else, buddy. You ever seen one, Trey?
I've seen them.
Woo! They got a wireless foot control.
That's what
I didn't know
love.
that.
I mean, it is, and the dead gum is so easy. I mean, it is, you get what you pay for, and that dead gum.
You seen the new power pole when they came out with
I
it?
hadn't seen it.
Do you know how much it costs?
It's about $5,000.
$5,000. It ain't no way. I'd hit a stump with it first trip and break it.
Well, technology is amazing now. It sure is. But all right, Joe Allen, this weekend we got John John's tournament at Bridgeport. you need to be practicing up next weekend, the crappie tournament at Roland Cooper State Park. You got tickets. I don't know who else. I know they got them at the state park. I need to check with Miss June to see who all got them. I don't know. It might just be the sponsors that's got them.
Well, the main thing is this weekend you better be over here scouting around.
Yeah.
You know, for whatever. The main thing for the crappie tournament, if you're gonna beat me.
I got that on tape, y'all. I got that on tape.
Well, you forget who I'm riding with now.
Who?
Shane.
You fishing with Shane?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought Team Bigfoot.
I
thought you were going to catch some of them 4-pounders with Jabbo.
You know, it's an individual tournament.
It's individual competition.
And he said me and him and Donna, and God forbid we may have Travis in the boat. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think Travis, he might have a live scope before next weekend.
No, he won't be ready.
Hmm?
We're gonna make him sit on the motor though.
Well, I might get Travis to fish with me.
Oh, okay.
I might do that. And Trey, you won't be here on the 17th, June 17th?
I'll be fishing Maddie's tournament.
Okay. So I got to find me another jugging partner.
Yeah, I ain't a very good jugger, big deal.
Well, you did good.
Man, I brought a net with a hole in it.
yeah, but man, was it cold that morning?
I froze to death.
It was cold. If I ever get up and go to the river and it's 35 degrees and the wind blowing 8 miles an hour, I ain't going. I can tell you that. Todd Prater said it'll be Team Shane Foot. That's right, Team Shane Foot.
Well, when me and Travis went out the other day, we called it, what was it? We said Team Dirty Foot.
Yeah, Team Dirty Foot.
When we fished the mill tournament, we said we're gonna be Team
that
Dirty
old big
Foot.
Bama Brian Taylor, he's been wearing out some catfish here lately too. All right, y'all, that's all I got. Anything else? Y'all got, Trey, anything you want to say before we go? I want to once again wish you good luck, man. I hope you win every one of them tournaments, you and Bradley. And
well, you do too, I promise you.
And we'll be keeping up with it. And of course, on the ABT tournament this weekend, and I'll share it on my Facebook page. And you usually let me know when y'all go out because it's 225 boats. Yes. And a lot of people don't want to watch, but you let me know what flights y'all go out in where I can tell everybody so they can be watching.
We're going to be a late boat number. We done figured out how she does it. She does it differently, but we done finally figured out. We're probably going to be, we was boat number 9, I think, at Eufaula. So now we're going to probably be 180 to 210. Mm-hmm. So we're going to fish till probably 4:30.
Okay. But that's what I said. She does everything live, but if you want to, you look at my Facebook page, Trey will text me and let me know when he's coming in where you can watch it when y'all come to the weigh-in.
That's funny, though. Sometimes it may be better to have a boat late flight.
Especially in first tournament of the year, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what me and Bradley talked about. We don't know a whole lot about that place. And we said, well, at least we got a long time to stay out there and figure it out. So we'll scrounge up something.
Did you fish it last year, didn't you?
Yes,
no, yeah, last year.
That was the first tournament last year.
Logan Martin. I've never fished Logan Martin. I don't know anything about it. They got a nice facility. That's where the Mr. Crappie $300,000 crappie tournament's going to be in September.
Is it a lake like ours where the water comes on, comes off certain times?
A little bit.
It's on the Coosa River.
They drop the water there too, like it's 5-6 foot in the winter.
They bring it down in this time of the year, don't they?
Yeah.
It's the Alabama Power Company Lake.
That's right above Lay Lake.
Okay.
Hey, Joe Allen Travis says, and he's already told me he put out 5 stake beds the other day, and I went and located them in Martin for him. And I'm telling you, they are some good ones. He said he will run them out.
Yeah, we'll get in there and go drinking one night, and he'll end up telling me right where it is. So I know he ain't got nothing. And just like we all talked here a minute ago, there's nothing private. Somebody's done found them already.
Don Philpott said, fish Clear Creek. He gave you a tip there.
That's where we caught them last year at Logan. Actually, was in Clear Creek.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Don. We didn't break no rules or nothing, did we?
I can't ask for it, but I reckon I can receive it.
Yeah. All right, y'all, that's all I got. I'm going to run up there and see what they're doing at the Fish Passage meeting. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Trey, thank you. And once again, good luck with all your tournaments this year. I'm telling you, when you gonna get you one of them new wrap boats, because you can afford it, all this money
Hey,
you make.
I promise you, I'm broke.
With one of them new $5,000 trolling motors.
Yeah, I might have a heck of a sponsorship.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Had a great crowd on here tonight, and once again, thanks for all your support and keeping up with me on the Getting Outdoors Facebook page. I'll be live Friday morning with the live show, and Trey Wade sitting in for Shane and Kevin tonight, and we'll be back next week, same time, same channel. Thanks, everybody. See y'all next week.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. How to walk and how to hide, how to crawl and how to slide, how to sneak, stalk,